Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Before Coffee. We're here on Mucking Fonday. That's right, weekend's over and a bunch of stuff happened and we're going to tell you about it because you shouldn't have been doom scrolling over the weekend, right? That's my job. This is the first and only international game show, Before Coffee, a father and daughter news podcast where we look up our stories right before the show starts. We just got caffeine in our body and we're learning to speak and read live on stream. Let's get into the mucking headlines and spin that segue wheel. Today on Mucking Fonday. In Berlin, the accused person, the suspect of the run-in or the running over of people at the LGBT Pride parade, has been shot by the police.
Well, that's a long story. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In the United States, well, not in the United States for most of this. Harry. Genevieve is expected. Hurricane Genevieve is a Category 5, but isn't expected to make landfall. And we're going to talk about the Tour de France.
Girl guiding in the UK unveils new uniform redesign after more than 30 years of no changes. Plus, the Mayor of the of Amsterdam and the Queen of the Netherlands open World Pride. Mayor says adapt to queers or you don't belong here.
And back to France, where wildfires have forced over 55,000 people to evacuate in the southwest of France.
In my culture news, boycotts and apologies. Argentina row over Rosalia and Patty Smith after World Cup because they're picking fights with everyone, I guess.
Patty Smith. And it's National... I don't know, it's National something today. It's National Love is Kind Day. Well, that just makes sense. Love is Kind on Monday, Mucking Fonday, July 27th, 2026 on Before Coffee. Jeez.
It's for freeing people from survivors of abuse. Love is kind. Love is not abuse. That's indeed true.
That explains why there's
swans, which are very angry animals. They beat your ass if you get near them.
Right.
They can break your arm if with their wing. It's pretty scary.
Birds.
Yeah.
Not exactly. They can fly for one thing. We can't do that. Think about that.
How they land is by walking on water. That's how they slow down. They just push their feet out and then through the water. Our first segue today is accurate metaphor or simile.
Right.
The story is coming out of Berlin, or I should say Germany, in Berlin, where there was an LGBT parade. Somebody decided to run over the crowd, and then the police shot him down over a knife. So, nice and clean, and we never have to worry about anything because they're dead now. And they were suspects, so they never got trialed, so we'll never know. In Berlin, the perpetrator of the deadly attack on the LGBT plus Pride March was shot dead by the police. This is on Le Monde by also AFP. At least one person was killed and 29 others were injured when a car drove into a crowd on Saturday, which would have been the 25th of July. The attacker, a 21-year-old German citizen of Lebanese origin, was killed in a police operation on Sunday. The 21-year-old man suspected of driving a vehicle on Berlin LGBT Pride March on the 25th of July night, killing at least one and wounding 29, was killed during a police operation in Berlin-based district of Spandau, law enforcement said yesterday evening on the 26th. According to the information we have at this stage, the suspect ran towards Us with stabbed intervention forces, the Berlin police told Twitter. Members of the special unit SEK then made use of their firearms, she added. Despite the resuscitation measures immediately undertaken by the firefighters, the man died on scene, according to the same source. What happened? The attack took place at around 10 p.m. on the 25th in Tiergarten Park, a few hundred meters from the Brandenburg Gate, the main gathering place in the evening of the March of Pride. Called Christopher Street Day, CSD in Germany, the event brings together hundreds of thousands of people every year. According to police, a white vehicle drove into passerby before hitting a tree. The author then rushed to the other passersby with the author. Yeah, the translation on this is funny. The author, oh yes, he wrote a book. The suspect then rushed to the other passersby with a knife, presumably a machete, and also seriously injured them. German Interior Minister Alexander Dobrindt said. The suspect then fled. The vehicle used during the attack is a Citroën and Space Tour branded minivan registered in Berlin. It was visible on yesterday, the 26th of July, on the scene, heavily damaged by the shock against a tree. Despite a search of the park, including with the help of helicopters equipped with thermal cameras, police failed to locate the suspect within minutes of the tragedy. It was only on yesterday, the 26th, after a large-scale police operation in Berlin neighborhood of Spandau, that he was killed, police said. Well, he was found and then killed. Alexander Dobrindt said the attack left 1 dead and 29 wounded. None of the wounded are in danger of death, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said on the 26th. A previous toll reported by a spokesperson of the Berlin firefighters recorded 1 dead and 16 wounded, including 3 seriously. He added that about 30 witnesses of the event in shock had been taken care of at the scene. Alexander Dobrindt revealed the name of the suspect, who was still on the run as of Sunday morning, the 26th. Abdul Balout, German citizen of Lebanese origin. The 21-year-old man remarked by a high number of offenses, radicalization, and his belonging to the Islamist milieu, which is just saying he has previous. He was on a watch list. He had previous encounters with radicalization offenses, and I guess this is his final one. Everything we see here indicates that we're dealing with a terrorist attack. Definitely caused terror. I would say it's a religious attack, not a terrorist attack, but we just throw that out whenever somebody Islamic does anything. According to the website of the magazine Der Spiegel, the Daily Bild, and Abdul Bala had tried to join the jihadist organization Islamic State in Syria in 25, but he had been arrested in Lebanon. He had been returned to Germany, where he had been convicted in 26. In another case, according to these media, for preparing for a serious act of violence of endangering the security of the state, the police said that he should not be approached or contacted directly, as he could be armed and dangerous. Moreover, no longer evoked on the 26th, unlike the day before, the hypothesis of several authors. According to the description given by police, Abdul Bala was thin, measured 1.9 meters, and his hair was black, and he was dressed in black hoodie and white pants. I mean, not saying he didn't do it, because we'll never know, he's dead, but sounds like it could be a fall guy too. An easy fall guy. Oh, get him! Problem solved. Now we don't have to do any paperwork. Well, I guess they still have to do paperwork because they killed somebody. German and foreign politicians were quick to respond after attack. Friedrich Merz said at dawn on Sunday that he and Alexander Dobrindt were being kept informed of the progress of the investigation and pledged to bring those responsible for the abominable act of justice. These acts have only one purpose: to divide our society, said Friedrich Merz before attending a religious service in tribute to the victims. Don't be intimidated, he addressed the participants in the Pride marches. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier said he was overwhelmed and outraged by the attack on open society. Berlin Mayor Kai Wegner said he was referring to an attack on free and open society of the world. The rally for tolerant and peaceful Berlin was targeted in a more brutal way, he said. Invited by members of Berlin's LGBT plus community to a vigil outside the Brandenburg Gate on the 26th, the public observed a minute of silence. The place was packed. Messages of solidarity also flocked from abroad. European Commissioner President Ursula von der Leyen expressed deepest sympathy to the victims of the attack. In a message posted on Twitter, the German stateswoman said the CSD embodies freedom, dignity, and equal rights, the EU's founding values. Dutch Prime Minister Rob Jetten reported speaking on Friedrich Merz to offer his condolences following the act of aggression and said the Dutch were standing alongside their German neighbors. Emmanuel Macron expressed his emotion and solidarity on Twitter after his attack, which he called odious. In the face of hatred and violence, our response will always be unity, freedom, and firmness, he said. There it is, the big event of the weekend, sadly. The sad big event, but it was the big event of the weekend here. Everyone has been talking about it on social media. And I think you're still muted.
Yeah, I live in the United States where we have things like this every day. Because there was another one in Seattle. There was a shooting in Seattle. Yeah, don't even talk about it. They don't even make the news in the United States anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, another shooting. Here. The metaphors we got here is the, if anybody knows what the Dunning-Kruger effect is, this sounds like this guy is a possessor of that low self-esteem little thing that people go, Dunning-Kruger effect is the stupid people don't have the capacity to understand that they're stupid, right? And so the metaphors that go with that, the following metaphors that go with that is the Mount Stupid, or the peak of Mount Ignorance, the Valley of Despair, and the Slope of Enlightenment. So here's your metaphors. And the island and the sea. So here's your geographic references. Mount Stupid, a beginner learns just a tiny bit about a topic. They shoot up a high peak of total overconfidence because they do not want to know what they do not want to know. The Valley of Despair, a person keeps learning. They realize how huge and complex the subject really is. Their confidence crashes down to the deep valley of self-doubt, right? I really don't know that much about this subject. Now I'm just going to think about shortcuts, right? Then there's the Slope of Enlightenment, or the Plateau of Sustainability. If they keep studying for a long time, true mastery grows, confidence rises back up, it stays realistic and grounded compared to a fake peak at the beginning. Actual learning taking place.
Yes.
And then there's the island and the sea. Knowledge is a small island, and ignorance is the giant sea around it. The longer you beach the longer you beach the shore, the longer your shore gets, the more you touch the vast unknown, making true experts humble. Of course, the experts themselves doubt their findings all the time. That's a sign of true intelligence, is self-doubt and questioning things. Acceptance is a sign of ignorance. Anyway, I went too long.
Yes, but learning to educate ourselves. It's okay, because that was my only story, so you can...
Right on.
It was long enough, right? So I didn't need to talk about anything else, so...
Right. And then we'll talk about hurricanes and bike races, because they're all related. Everything. And
I'm going to tell a joke about all of it.
Joke about Hurricane Genevieve is already into the G's, even though I haven't even really destructive ones in the Western Hemisphere. Genevieve is a Category 5 hurricane, but isn't expected to make landfall, so it's just going to stay in the ocean. Yay! This is from AP News. Nobody's name. Genevieve became a Category 5 hurricane early Monday. The first in the East Pacific region in 2 years, forecaster says, expected to stay far out to sea. Of course, roughly parallel to the Mexico coast. Genevieve had maximum sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. According to the National Hurricane Center, Genevieve Center is located about 530 miles southwest of Manzanillo. It's got to be out there, like Baja California or something. And it was headed northwest at 13 miles per hour. That's a long time to get there. No coastal watches or warnings were in effect, but the Hurricane Centers of the swells from the storm, likely causing life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. Get out there, surfers. We're affecting parts of Mexico's southwestern coast and Baja California Peninsula. I do not have to tell the surfers to get out there. They already know. This storm was expected to begin weakening from Tuesday.
Farmer, the sun's coming up.
Yeah.
There's your metaphor.
There's water. They're already on it. Don't worry about it. Farther northwest in Pacific, Hurricane Fausto weakened to Category 1 storm as it continued to path in general direction of the Hawaiian Islands. Hurricane Fausto. Yeah, fancy name. He was a general direction of the Hawaiian Islands. A big old ocean out there. Forecaster said Fausto is expected to be downgraded to a tropical storm coming in. So there's a quick hurricane news. You got a joke about hurricanes? Maybe.
That was really quick, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, well, let's just say it's Monday, man.
Have you heard about the street performer who did his act in the middle of a hurricane?
Did he blow the crowd away?
It was mind-blowing.
Right, next story. We're talking about the...
Wait, no, another. I have one more. You'll like this one.
Poor joke. Oh, boy. Okay.
What happened when a hurricane hit Alabama?
Alabama? I don't know.
It caused $10 million worth of improvements.
Oh, no.
See, I knew you'd like that one. I knew you'd like that one. All right, next story.
Muscle shoals. Something. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Tour de France, the big old bike race that concluded over the weekend. 21 stages, 3+ weeks long, with a whole lot of towns in France and mountain climbs and accidents. Yeah, one of them events that just, I don't know. To me, it's like a tour of this countryside. You're just watching it from the aerial views. It's kind of a cool thing to watch because you watch them snaking through the mountains from the drones. And we do not have a new winner. We've got Tadej Pogačar, confirmed status as the cycling great with record equaling 5th Tour de France. Of course, Lance Armstrong was 7, but he cheated, so he got all this taken away.
Mm-hmm.
Not Tadej. We assume he's not cheating. We don't know. Anyway, Tadej Pogačar confirmed his status as one of the cycling's all-time greats after winning a record equaling 5th Tour de France in emphatic style. Daring mountain attacks from deep, multiple stage wins, and ice-cool temperament all helped the 27-year-old Slovenian seal his victory on Sunday. He joined Belgian Eddy Merckx, Spaniard Miguel Indurain, and Frenchman Jacques Anquetil, and Bernard Hinault as the only riders to win 5 tours. That's a lot of people. I'm saying that's a big group. It's not that exclusive. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 or 5 guys now doing it. That's a lot, really. That's like, we're the only 17 people to win 5. Okay, we're getting a little
17.
Somebody needs to win 6. Let's have him win 6 so we can and not cheat. Please don't cheat. I'm speechless. It's an incredible day. There's an incredible atmosphere, Pogačar said. I have ridden 7 tours already. I've always finished on the podium. You might think this is a fairy tale. It's incredible for me, too. After competing strongly in Sunday's 21st and exciting final stage in Paris, Pogačar finished 6 minutes and 26 seconds ahead of Belgian rider Remco Evenepoel in the overall standings. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Pogačar I know because the guys on TV say it constantly. Two-time Tour champion Jonas Vingegaard was Pogačar's main rival heading into the race, but the Dane crashed out on the 15th stage. That sucks. Crashed out sounds bad. Shame that Jonas and the others crashed out of this tour, Pogačar said, but I hope we can fight again next year. Pogačar's UAE, United Arab Emirates, you read that right. Team Emirates XRG teammate Isaac Del Toro, a 22-year-old Mexican making his tour debut, was third at 9 minutes and 42 seconds back from Pogačar, who smiled and held up his hand to signify his wins. His teammates then joined him as he stood proudly at the Champs-Élysées, which I now know how to pronounce, and no matter how it's spelled. I don't know how I do
20 million
it.
times, yeah.
Right. It's not spelled anything just like anything in French. Not spelled anything like you pronounce it. Give up trying to look at it and pronounce it. Just listen to the little French little lady who does a translation for you in your ear. I don't know how I do it, Pogačar said. I now have to find a new goal to chase. New goal is number 6. Switch a goal. That's what it is. Let's not jump ahead of ourselves and enjoy this moment. Yeah, just enjoy it, man. It's a lot of hard work. Pogačar won the Giro d'Italia in 2024, but has now won the Spanish Volta, but has not won the Spanish Volta, which starts on August 22nd. So he hasn't won that. So there you go. Will I be at the Volta in a few weeks? He said, let's see. Well, probably because he's out of gas, right? He's out of gas for winning the Tour de France every year. He's like, I got one tour races. I can't win 2 things in the same year. Pogacar won 5 stages at this year's race to take his impressive tally to 26. He tried to win on Sunday too, but victory ultimately went to the Dutchman Mathieu van der Poel, who had just held off the chasing pack on the home straight for his second stage win.
Surprise.
Sunday's 88.7 kilometer stage looped around Paris and was mostly processional, although less so in previous years, which were usually entirely flat stages for sprinters and not for the rest of the peloton. The stage was shortened for 133 kilometers. The starting point in Thori, west of the capital, was changed to Paris as so to reduce the pressure on emergency service combating wildfires. So this is connected to our earlier story about wildfires. Our later story about wildfires. Some security forces initially mobilized for Paris were redeployed for response efforts. For a second straight year, the stage featured a hugely popular uphill climb through the Montmartre district, a sharp 1 kilometer dash which riders tackled 3 times before a finish, even on the Champs-Élysées. It proved too much for Pogacar, who could not match Van der Poel's raw power in the closing stages. Shortly before 6 p.m. local time, Pogacar shook hands at the start line with Evenepoel and Ecuadorian veteran Richard Carapaz wearing a polka dot jersey for the best climber. I battled hard to win this jersey. It was a great fight. The 33-year-old Carapaz, so the best climber. I guess they call him King of the Hill or King of the Mountain or something like that. The best climber. It's the best feeling to win it. Van der Poel and Dane Mads Peterson, the green jersey winner, his best sprinter, were among the expected contenders for the stage win. Crowds roared as the riders began, which crowds do, so forth and so on, and blah, blah, blah. There was a race and somebody won. There you go.
Yay! There was a race and somebody won.
It's really hard to make bike races into some drama. It's like, oh, you went really fast. You're like, oh, faster. Yeah.
I guess you gotta already love the bikes, I guess.
And don't forget Van der Poel, your Dutch national hero, came in second. He is widely considered one of the best cyclists in the world. He has multiple victories in one-day classics and cyclocross world championships, and also a former World War champion. His father, Andre Van der Poel, won the 2 stages on the tour in the late 80s. His maternal grandfather is French cyclist Raymond Poulidor, who raced in the 60s and 70s, finishing second on the tour 3 times and 5 times, nicknamed Popo. Anyway. So
what do cyclists eat during the Tour de France?
Sorry, was your joke?
Yes. What do cyclists eat during the Tour de France?
Eggs.
Spaghetti and pedal sauce.
Wow.
Terrible.
Spaghetti. More? Get more?
What do cyclists say when they've finished the race?
I don't know. They just go to the bathroom.
I'm really tired.
I'm
really tired.
Why did the bicycle fall down? Because he was too tired.
I mean, most of these are bicycle jokes. What do you want? They're not clever.
We'll cycle through all these jokes. We'll get through them.
Yeah, it's just like using wheel. Just using wheel in a sentence. There you go. That's most of the jokes. Also, hello, Nico. Thank you for stopping by with your blueberry acorn. I hope it's tasty.
Free wheel is an illusion.
Yeah. And that's your last story. Yes. Let me spin the segue wheel. I was like looking if there's any more jokes, but there really is just like put wheel in a sentence. Most of them are just.
I would like to have a good day for a change, just once. You know.
Limerick.
That would be. Limerick, oh my God, Limerick.
On a Monday again? I swear we only get limericks on a Monday and you get it, not me. I should get it because I'm at least awake.
At least I got coffee.
I've got 2 stories here. The first story is going to be about the British Girl Scouts, or I should say the original Girl Scouts, the Girl Guide in getting new uniforms. So write a limerick about uniforms. My second story is about World Pride in Amsterdam, in which the Queen of the Netherlands went there. So. a limerick about the gays and a limerick about the girls. Okay, let's go with our first story from Ian Fox on The Independent. Girl Guiding has unveiled its first significant uniform overhaul in more than 3 decades, aiming to cultivate a genuine sense of belonging among its members instead of being like, I'm still wearing clothes from the 30s. I mean, from 30 years ago. In a departure from previous requirements, girls will now only need to wear a top from the new collection to be considered in uniform. A change driven by feedback from thousands of guides, rainbows, brownies, and rangers who expressed a desire for a choice in personal style. Launching the new range on today, the 27th of July, Girl Guiding Chief Executive Felicity Oswald stated it had been designed in collaborations with thousands of young girls and young women, and seeks to offer the girls the freedom to express themselves whilst feeling part of our amazing organization. The organization emphasized that the uniform, created by Hemingway Design, blends its heritage with contemporary colors and prints. Practical features include hidden pockets in the waistband, thumb holes, and a badge sash that can double as a crossbody bag, as well, all while ensuring a comfortable and functional fit. The extensive collection comprises of 30 garments, 15 accessories, and neckerchiefs, with the latter offering customization options for local, regional, and national events. A survey conducted by Girl Guiding in June among 2,000 girls aged 6 to 16 in the UK revealed that 93% felt more comfortable when they can choose how to style themselves, underscoring the importance of this redesign. Girl Guiding ambassador, broadcaster, and presenter Angelica Bell said the new uniform gives girls and volunteers the freedom to style it in the way that suits them. She added, "The range is filled with playful, bold colors and practical designs, including secret pockets. It's clear to see just how much thought has gone into the co-creation of this inclusive, eco-friendly collection. The new uniform empowers girls and volunteers to embrace their individuality." Ms. Oswald said the new range is about providing girls with the freedom to express themselves, whilst feeling part of the amazing award said that. Why are we saying the same stuff? We get it. It's really special. The pictures include a hoodie. They're all blue, by the way. Girl Guides are like blue, whereas unlike Girl Scouts, which are either brown or green. So, and yeah, they're wearing blue clothes. They've got blue stuff going on. And reasonably fit stuff. There's a blue hat. You can get a blue dad hat if you want, or trucker's hat. The redesign, which began in March of 24 and updates the 1990 version, is being launched 6 weeks before a change in the organization's membership policy comes into force that will see transgender girls having to leave. That's really why I picked this story, because they are deciding, ew, gross! Transgendered girls are destroying the organization because they want to be girls, or they are girls, actually, I should argue, and they want to also hang out with other girls. How dare they? Oh, the humanity! I thought the original stereotype was that men were pretending to be women to, like, get into bathrooms and stuff. Like, these are actual children. Why would children be pretending to be girls so that they could assault people? That's just not something children think about. So it's just really fucking weird. And that will... The move followed an announcement in December, saying that transgender girls would no longer be able to join the organization, as it confirmed it was limiting its membership to girls and young women in the wake of the 2025 Supreme Court ruling on biological sex. Which means, I guess, get fucked. You don't get to hang out with anybody. Go into your closet and hang out with all the trans girls in there, I guess. The 2 trans girls who are trying to join or something. You know, the problem I have with these kind of things that people are doing is that they're like, we need to let that one person not join. Because it usually is like a handful of people trying to join. Really? I have at least 5 in my closet, Nico. You need to work on that. But this is my problem with this whole thing, right? It's just like, we need to pass something so that it doesn't happen. It's not even happening to begin with, but it could happen. I hate preventative laws like this about something that is so not an issue. While some volunteers within Girl Guiding held protests and threatened to resign over the issue, others welcomed the change in policy, which includes trans women volunteering in a women-only role, having to move to one open to males and females, saying they had expressed safeguarding concerns were pleased at the new approach. Members can range in age from 4 to 18, and there are currently around 300,000 across the 4 groups with Girl Guiding, as well as around 80,000 volunteers, and 2 of them might be trans girls. So let's pass a rule against it. The organization has previously said it does not collect gender identity information on its members, therefore it does not have numbers of how many might be affected by the rule change. So if you're stealth, you can just get away with it. Because, let's be honest, in what case is anybody going to find out what body parts you have? Probably never, right? From 4 to 18. The problem with all these laws, and let me go on a tangent here, is that it doesn't really change anything because people for millennia have been stealthing, right, to fit in so that nobody knows. And I'm not just talking about like trans, I'm talking about like a lot of things, being gay, liking the color blue. There's so many things people hide from others so that they can be accepted into a group. So this is just continuing that trend of keep it secret, don't tell anybody, it's all in, and don't ask for help, and just constantly ostracize yourself from society. And that will somehow solve humankind by just constantly ostracizing each other. And there's my rant on that. But hey, they got new blue sweaters. Was that long enough for you to write a limerick?
Not a good limerick, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Girl guides in new attire. Matching pants no longer required. Just matching tops. The stupidity may stop that this paramilitary group is admired. Admired is a new word I just invented.
I can't believe Nico did your joke about there was a man from Nantucket.
Limericks are only good if you can name a town, man. I'm sorry.
Well, you could have named a random town in the UK.
No. No. The
girls in Leeds.
No. Just did it.
They now have covered needs. And blue they wear, but they don't want to share.
Leeds?
All the trans girls go, I don't know. See, I almost made a limerick right there. I couldn't get the last line, but there you go.
Oh, let's write this one then. So snappy.
All right, my next story. Let me just call these bingo things. My next, and I also yelled about trans rights.
Next story.
My next story is coming from here, Holland, the Netherlands, North Holland in particular, because they had having Pride, the World Pride, for like from the end of July to the first week of August. So it's like a 2-week party of celebrating being yourself. Yay! Queen Maxima opened World Pride in Amsterdam on Saturday, which was the 25th of July, amid loud cheers at the Vondel Park Open Air Theatre. Being who you are, loving who you want, that's normal, isn't it? The Queen said in her opening remarks. She closed by saying, hold on to each other and support each other and enjoy it. I shall enjoy it. Thank you for the permission, Queen. I guess not really my queen yet, but one day my queen. Amsterdam Mayor Femke Halsema opened World Pride alongside the Queen. She called for tolerance, saying, to every Amsterdammer, young and old, who has a difficulty with quiz, is even intimidated or is aggressive, adapt, or otherwise you do not belong here. Yeah, get the fuck out of Amsterdam. Go to somewhere in the east, probably, or the south. You can be a homophobe there. World Pride is a large international counterpart of the annual Pride Amsterdam Festival, which began in July 8th. This is the first time the two events largely coincide. The celebration has a bigger and more international scope than usual. with additional events and heightened focus on the global fight for equal rights for LGBTQIA plus people. Amsterdam received around 1 million visitors. Before the opening, about 10,000 people took part in the Pride Walk that started around noon. Participants marched in a colorful procession from Dam Square to Vondel Park. That's a long walk. Not that long, though. Amsterdam's not that big. The walk aimed to draw attention to what organizers call the most vulnerable group in the community, especially asylum seekers who face opposition both in their home countries and the Netherlands. Ew, you aren't from here, get out of here. But if I go back to my country, they'll kill me for being gay. Oh, right, that's a good point. It's very important to show that we are together, that you are not alone, organizer Femke van Kasteren told local broadcaster AT5. One participant said, "Now that acceptance is decreasing, it's very important that we make our voices heard, especially for the refugees who are already having a very hard time right now, like with those demonstrations against the asylum centers." Another participant, a transgender woman, questioned why LGBTQIA plus people must constantly justify their behavior. She said she uses a women's restroom and often faces criticism from other users. Why is that? Trans rights are also human rights, she said. Yes, they are. The program includes street parties, concerts, the annual Canal Parade on August 1st, and a human rights conference. 53 landmark buildings across Amsterdam are illuminated with rainbow colors. Part of the program takes place in the Vondel Park, which has been renamed Pride Park for the duration of the event until August 8th. So if you find yourself in the Netherlands, or you're not already here to celebrate not just gay pride, but also world pride, because they're happening at the same time and they're here, head over there, and I'd kiss somebody of the same gender or something. I don't know. That's what I would do. I would just find a woman and kiss them around the lips with consent, of course. I wouldn't just grab someone's face. Hey, can I kiss you? Woohoo, lesbians! Well, I'm technically bisexual, pansexual, so let's not get into that drama. And this is, according to the headlines, I don't know how true it is, supposedly the first queen to ever go to a pride festival and say, "Hey, let these people be queer," basically. I as the queen announce queer people are allowed to exist. And then she probably knighted somebody. I don't know if Dutch queens knight people. I don't know if they have knights. Do the Dutch have knights? I've never heard of it myself.
Dutch, they have castle. They have castle. Can't have the knights unless you have castles. I'm just saying. We know Germany had knights, and we know England had knights, but I'm not so sure.
No, I'm specifically talking about the cultural practice of knighting someone, right? The UK is most famous for it, right?
That had to start with land ownership, I'm pretty sure. Sir this and sir that, right?
Yeah. Okay, so according to this thing I looked up real quick, there are merits. So they give merits, merits of doing a merit. What is it? The merit of military, merit of the Order of Lion, and the merit of Orange Nassau. So you can get a merit. Yeah, you can get merit badges, exactly. Or I guess enroll badges in this case.
The merit.
Digo.
That sounds just like something they do in the Girl Scouts, doesn't it? Anyway.
Yeah, it does.
We're at that together.
I mean, originally a merit was something really big, right? And we kind of made it very basic. You can get a merit in school for not skipping a day of school.
Right. Is it time for my limerick?
Yes, your limerick.
Yeah. Is there anything gayer than a parade? Whether Pride or Carnival or Mardi Gras made, you dress up replete and march down the street as crowds sip margaritas in the shade.
They sure do, because it's going to be hot.
The only thing gayer than a parade is a wedding.
Why are weddings gay? I get cherry gay? You mean
planner.
Everyone's so gay?
You ever see a male wedding planner? Every one of them's gay, right?
Oh.
It's the gayest thing.
Oddly enough,
gotta-
all the weddings I've gone to have had women wedding planners, but I guess that doesn't mean they're not lesbians
It's
or,
okay.
or bisexual. I'm just saying I have not met a gay wedding planner. I've met plenty of gay people because I went to school, university in Amsterdam. But
Yeah.
I didn't ask any of them if they were
Bingo
wedding
card.
planners.
Bingo card.
I guess that's the bachelor's degree because I didn't take my master's degree in a physical school. All right. I used to use the max amount of days off possible in school. I took those as allowed sick days and always took the max amount possible for getting in trouble. I didn't even know there was an amount you got, Nico. I had no idea. But I just skipped class, so I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of just that we had a forest behind our school and you could just get off the bus and walk straight into the forest. So that's what I would do to skip class. Our next segue and our next story.
You know, I was just looking this up because I heard it was true, and I'm not saying it's true, but it was confirmed by my search, is that same-sex marriages before men have a lower divorce rate than normal heterosexual marriages and female same-sex marriages. So men to men is the ideal marriage, apparently.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly. Start marrying your homies, everyone.
Yeah, it's
Let's be honest. Some men do want to marry their homies because they hate their wife, right? They're always complaining about women. It's like, just marry your best friend, dude, and shut the fuck up and stop complaining. I don't want to hear it anymore, dude. Go kiss your homie, go to the gym with him, and look at each other in the mirror and leave us alone.
Well, I've had roommates. It wasn't love or anything like that. But I tell you what, we stood each other's way, and it was never a fucking problem, right? Mm-hmm. I would never have a problem with women. It'd always be sexual tension. I just say,
yeah. Okay, our next segue reminds me of a song.
We're all living in a freaking little cocoon of manliness. There we go. Don't look at me. I have a nice butt. I know I do, but don't look at it. Anyway, let's
your story.
R2. What did you get?
Remind me of a song.
Songy. All right. Well, at least you only got one story about wildfires. And you were going to do the story, so you could probably even smell the smoke there pretty soon. I don't know. Well, no, it's in the southwest of France, so you're not going to smell it. Well, wildfires.
I think the winds are probably going a different way.
5,000 more people to evacuate. We talked about this in the Tour de France. So that's the only reason I gleaned onto it as a story anyway, because I was already reporting on this. I might as well report on the other thing going on in France, which is a raging wildfire. This is from AP News, Mark Carlson, Emma De Silva, and John Leister. A raging wildfire in southwest France forced evacuation of 55,000 people overnight Sunday, bringing the total forced out of their homes to a staggering 220,000 in one region alone as flames crept over the wine region. Oh no, not the wine! Oh, the national crop of France is in terrible, terrible peril. The city of Bordeaux, neighboring Spain, oversaw its own fire evacuations of the country's east coast.
That's a famous wine place. Indeed.
Bordeaux. I love me some Spanish wine. I don't know what it is, but I think that's my favorite region for wine. I'm not a wine connoisseur, though. Yeah, I said connoisseur. Shifting and gusting winds, as well as arid conditions, complicated massive efforts to limit the spread. The monster blaze bring out control since midweek in France's Gironde region, where Bordeaux is located. Authorities issued overnight evacuations ordered in 5 more localities. I got a cough.
Bless you.
5 more historic cities. The situation remains very unfavorable, French Interior Minister Laurent Nunez said after what he described as another difficult night. Fire crews battling around the clock against a blaze that has burned an area 4 times the size of Paris. The fire became extremely virulent again and unpredictable, generating its own winds and advancing erratically towards the Bordeaux metropolitan area, Nunez posted on a social media. It became calmer by the end of the night, the minister added. The Pope calls for prayers. Okay, that's great. At the end of the Sunday's Angelus period, Pope Leo the 14th referenced the devastating wildfires of France and Spain and said, I express my solidarity, invite everyone to pray for those affected and for the work of the rescue workers. An estimated 442,000 hectares or 162 square miles had burned in Gironde, the region's prefecture said. Much of its forest and scrubland had made tinder dry by successive heat waves. That is 7 times the area of Manhattan Island and 4 times the size of Paris. It's a big area. So here's some pictures with a lot of smoke, lots of wildfire, lots of smoke, lots of pictures with wildfires. Firefighters raced in trucks and to fight flare-ups in planes, dropping water and retardants rotated as smoke-filled air. Farmers delivered water in tanks to fire crews so they could fight the flames without interruption. Well, that's pretty nice of farmers with tanks of water. There's a lot
of them. They better help.
Very strong, very
also, it's their fields, right? They're like, oh shit, my field's on fire. Better help.
Yes, 2,500 firefighters mobilized, 18 planes and helicopters, including other European nations. Soldiers have also been called in. A giant A400M military cargo aircraft dropped plumes of ochre-colored retardant. The Gironde prefecture says 75 firefighters are treated for injuries. Hundreds of homes have been destroyed. And getting to the homes. And this is, again, the blazing continues on our hot, hot planet. Probably reminds you of a song. Damn.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world keeps turning. We did actually start the fire, though. Because, I mean, not me personally.
Billy Joel didn't start it.
As far as I know, personally, I didn't start the fire. But,
although we don't know Billy Joel.
Here's your bingo board. We live in the capitalist world where everyone was like, money, 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 instead of, hey, we probably should pay people to maybe clear the forest. By the way, the reason why these, and this is going to be, I guess this is like a brag about being Native American or something, right? But Native Americans would do controlled burns all the time to make sure that the forest wouldn't burn down their houses. For some reason, we don't do that anymore. We don't do controlled burns so that we can get rid of all this brush before an actual fire breaks out.
They're done in places.
Yeah, in place. I'm just saying, like, I want to say the majority of the world doesn't do them, right? We just don't do any forestry management like this. And that, like they said, right, a bunch of brush dried out, got caught on fire, and now there's fuel for miles. And I'm saying nobody pays to get, right? Our taxes don't go to forest management so that we don't have wildfires in a lot of places. And a lot of people a lot of people should start doing it because the whole world is going to get hotter, not just California, you know? So, anyways.
In Gila National, they have never, ever had logging, and they have never put out a fire because there's nobody living there. So they just let the fires burn. It's dangerous to put them out.
Yeah, I mean, I've said that before, too. The reason why people care about wildfires is because their house burns down or their field burns down. If nothing happens to you, you wouldn't even hear it on the news, right?
Yeah, and forest management, again, you've got to remove some forest because there has to be, definitely has to be fire breaks, right?
Yeah.
There definitely has to be fire breaks. But firefighters need fires. Anywho, there's your song, I guess. I guess we're done. That was it. My only story.
Okay, then let's go to my culture segment for our next segue.
It was finally correct.
The pen is dead. Need a new replacement. You're gonna have to give me. Oh no, you already did accurate metaphor assembly. Let's reroll. Haiku. Let's go. It's not gonna land on haiku. It's gonna be a bad pun.
Okay, pun.
This story is coming out of... Where does my stories go? I lost them. Here they are. This story is coming out of, I guess, Argentina. The FIFA World Cup. This is from Lucia Blasco on Euronews Culture. Messages of support for Spain from Rosalia and Patty Smith sparked a backlash in Argentina. Now the world's famous sore losers. With online criticism, boycott calls, and a canceled tribute concert. Hey, congratulations, the winners won! I'm never listening to your music again because you congratulated the winners! Huh? The fallout from the World Cup final between Spain and Argentina has spilled over into music. Just a few days, the singer Rosalia has seen a tribute concert to her work canceled in Argentina and calls grow for a boycott of her upcoming concerts in Buenos Aires.
That's ridiculous.
American artist Patty Smith was also ended up backtracking on a post about the match after receiving a wave of criticism. God forbid you say congratulations on the winners to the winners. Don't mention that. We lost. You got second place, dude. The real losers are the people who didn't even get out of the freaking.
Real losers are.
The group stage. Controversy broke out against a backdrop of high tension after the World Cup final. The match and the days that followed were marked by clashes between fans on social media, traded insults, harassment campaigns against public figures, and several rows over the behavior of some Argentine players and supporters. Yeah, they're not helping themselves in this case, which sparked a wide debate beyond the country. Both artists ended up apologizing after some Argentine fans interpreted their message as making fun. Oh, imagine you say congratulations Spain on winning. You're making fun of us! Because we lost! I am making fun of Argentinians right now. You can cancel me on Twitter or whatever. I don't even have Twitter.
Yeah. You lost, losers. They shut the fuck up. Go cry in the corner like every fucking loser.
Stop taking everything so personally, dude.
Every fucking team in the fucking world lost except one. Get the fuck over it, you pussies.
Yeah,
and I mean
England and France isn't canceling their concerts. But what exactly did they post, and why has it caused such an uproar? Hello, Tommy. Thank you for your just the acorn top. No acorn for you today. The controversy began shortly after the World Cup final when Rosalia shared on TikTok a video originally posted by influencer Mia Khalifa celebrating Spain's victory. The clip featured La Perla, one of the songs on the album Lux, with the caption, "How life sounds now that the Perros have been defeated." Many Argentine users understood the phrase "the Pearls" as a reference to the Albiceleste national team and took the post as a mocking to their defeat. The video spread quickly on social media before the singer deleted it. In the face of the avalanche of criticism, Rosalia posted an apology on Instagram saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys were sore losers, my bad." Just kidding, she didn't say that. I hit share because La Perla was playing and I didn't even read what it said. My bad, sorry, she wrote next to an Argentina flag. In the post she posted, "I only have love y Argentina. Solo tengo amor y Argentina." That's what it should say. She said it in Spanish, insisting she had not meant to offend the country. Well, she offended people living in the country. The country doesn't have feelings. It's just a piece of land on a map. The backlash did not stay confined on social media, sadly. Some Argentine fans began to promote campaigns to sell or return tickets for the 4 concerts Rosalia is due to play in Buenos Aires at the beginning of August, while others called for seats to be left empty as a form of protest. Go ahead, she already got your money. You don't have to go to the concert. The most immediate consequence, however, came in Cordoba. A symphonic tribute concert to Rosalia, organized by an independent production company with no connection to artists, was cancelled after receiving numerous messages of hate and anger, the organizer said. "Yeah, we just wanted to have a tribute concert, not a bunch of people booing us." Those behind the show stressed that the project had been in preparation for months and that its aim was purely artistic. In a statement released on social media, they said they understood the anger after the final because football is not just a sport, it's part of our identity, our history, and our culture. But lamented that the tension had ultimately forced them to call off the event to protect the musicians taking part. We'll have it next year when you guys forget all about this because you know that it doesn't matter. For now, Rosalia's 4 official concerts in Buenos Aires. No. I'm saying they're going to have the concert next year after people have forgotten all about it. When they've gone over themselves. For now, Rosalia's 4 official concerts in Buenos Aires are still scheduled as announced by the promoter. What happened with Patty Smith, though? After the American singer and poet Patty Smith also found herself caught up in a row over a post she made after the final. In it, she celebrated Spain's victory and described Spain as the good guys, a phrase many Argentine users interpreted as putting the opposing team on the wrong side. I mean, you're supporting Israel. You are on the wrong side. Sorry you had to hear this. Just because Argentina's supporting it doesn't mean the team has anything to do with it. Well, I mean, if you're making it a national issue, it's going to be a national issue. The criticism multiplied with a few hours, and the artist ended up deleting the post. She later shared an image of Lionel Messi and posted a new message saying she had never intended to belittle Argentina or its national team, but you should, because they deserve it. Smith has recalled that ties she had maintained with a South American country over the many years, expressed her admiration for Messi, and said she deeply regretted that her words have been interpreted as a lack of respect towards the Argentine people. Why has a football final ended up triggering a cultural row? Because they really wanted to win, I guess. Although the posts by Rosalia and Patty Smith were both different, both ended up forming part of a wider phenomenon that has shaped the conversation after the World Cup. Argentina's defeat generated huge activity on social media, where celebrations, mockery, national messages, and boycott campaigns against various public figures who openly backed Spain all became intertwined. In that climate, posts that at another time would probably have gone unnoticed took on a much greater political emotional significance. This is such psyops. Are these even real people? Is this just like Israel psyops being like, haha, let's make Argentina into a victim? The rapid spread of screenshots and videos, that's my conspiracy theory right there. This is a Israeli psyop. The rapid spread of the screenshots and videos meant the messages circulated far beyond the artist's usual followers. Both Rosalia and Patty Smith chose to delete their posts and offer explanations, but their apologies have not managed to end the debate because they never do. Never apologize to a hate train on social media. It doesn't do anything. It just makes you look like an idiot. Yeah. Days after the final whistle, the artist's posts are still attracting both criticism and expression of support. Just uninstall the app. Give it to your social marketing manager or something. Move on with your life. Come back in like a month or something when everyone's already forgotten about it. That's what I advise to anybody who uses social media and gets caught up in this. If I got a hate train, when I get a hate train on social media for saying one small thing, I just stop following the post, turn off all notifications on it, and move on with my life. You can't be worried about something you never see. But there you go. There's my culture news on Argentina being the worst sore losers in current history that I can think of. Exactly. I've literally never, not even, like, they got in a fight on the field after the win, which is normal, to be honest. That happens all the time with sports, right? They get in a little scuff. They get into a scuff on the field because they lost. But the fact that the fans are still crying about it is...
Yeah, no shit, right? The fact that players started a fight as soon as the game was over and weren't willing to fight during the game, you know? Just, why don't you fight during the game, you little pussies?
Yeah, give us something to watch.
No, I just don't like soccer. I just think it's just one of them games that people get all wrapped up in because nobody ever scores. Hold on a second. I'm trying to send you a video here.
Yeah, I got it.
No, did I? When did I send you a video?
I mean, I understand that you were trying to send me a video. That's what I meant. I understand that's what you're doing.
My pun, as I'm looking at my phone, doing multitasking here. All right, my pun. Well, you know what Lionel Messi is, right? He's the best player in the world, plays for Argentina. So my pun is this: Argentina, Messi when they win. Messier when they lose. Thank you.
Messier.
Oh, that is
you fool!
Best pun.
All right, thank you for the pun. We're gonna stay in history. Let's run the segment wheel.
This is 11 minutes. This one I'm sharing with you here. So you can just tell me where you're going to start it. I don't know. Maybe you can start it with the video. It's just great. Jim Rome's he don't care. Jim Rome just don't care if you like him. That's what I like about Jim Rome. He'll offend you and you don't care. Anywho.
Maybe I can get something new to roll this wheel for once.
And he's been in the
maybe
area
some alliteration
life,
headlines.
All right, just let me know where you're going to start.
No, I just got it. Okay, I just got it.
Okay, alliteration headline for... Hopefully I can give you too much to do now. This day in history. Oh boy, it was the Olympics. Well, we're not going to go all the way back. Well, we are going to go way back. Apparently 1377 is the oldest thing, but the first thing we're going to talk about is 1790. The French Revolution was happening in this day in 1794. Antoine Christopher Merlin and other conspirators initiated the Thermidorian reaction, ultimately resulted in the fall of Maximilien de Robespierre at the end of the Reign of Terror in the French Revolution. They called it the Reign of Terror. That doesn't sound like fun, does it?
No, it was not a very fun time.
Not fun. Everybody losing their heads, figuratively, and of course, literally. In 1830, the July Revolution began in France. Another revolution. It only took them another 36 years later, leading to the abdication of Charles X and bringing in Louis Philippe to the throne. Man, just stop with the monarchy already, France. 1909, the world's first military airplane completed one of the final qualifying flights for its sale to the U.S. Army Signal Corps by Wilbur Orville. Yes, we're going to start air war this day in 1909. Not a great thing. We learned how to fly. 15 minutes later, we learned how to kill people from the air. What an advanced society we are.
Yay!
1919, the Chicago race riot, another example of our advanced society, was ignited after a young black man was stoned and drawn to Lake Michigan for swimming in water. Yeah. Racists are fucking morons. 1940, Warner Bros. Released the Looney Tunes animated short film, A Wild Hare, featuring the debut of Bugs Bunny in his familiar incarnation. Embryonic versions of the character appeared in earlier versions. And Elmer Fudd was introduced in 1942, I believe it says here. Going to kill the wabbit. Going to kill the wabbit. Going to kill the wabbit. 1946, avant-garde writer Gertrude Stein died at the age of 72. Her Paris home was a salon for leading artists and writers in the 20s. If you remember the 20s, the roaring 20s, Paris. What was it called? Something about Paris. Everyone Paris. Hung about Gertrude Stein and their progressive, liberal attitudes about life. Gay Paris, 1953, the armistice agreement ending in Korean War was signed at Panmunjom in Central Korea. I only know how to pronounce Panmunjom because of this TV show MASH. They were always talking about the peace talks. 2003, British-born American and comic actor Bob Hope died at the age of 100. Bob Hope, who started out being really funny and turned into a complete fascist puppet at the end of his life, going, Nixon didn't do anything wrong. Agnew's just a guy. Oh, yeah, he went down in flames defending these crooks back in the early 70s. They were like, Bob Hope, you're a complete idiot. He went from not being political to being totally political, and everybody decided, yeah, you suck. Goodbye, Bob. We're not going to watch your show anymore. 2017, American playwright and actor Sam Shepard died at age 73. That's not very old. Who plays adroitly blending images of American West pop motifs, science fiction, other elements, popular youth culture. It'd be better if they told me something about his plays or named one of them. I hate when they do that. They don't want to give me an example, any point of reference for me at all. Just tough shit, dude. Look it up. 1337 is our featured event. This day in 1337, what the hell happened? The first quarantine, the world's first quarantine. Lawmakers in Ragusa, the Adriatic Merchant Republic we now call Dubrovnik, instituted the first quarantine in the world as to manage the spread of the Black Death. That's not a good thing. I mean, it's called the Black Death. I mean, death is bad enough. Black Death? Ooh! I mean, all death is black, right? Everything just goes black, right? And arriving at the plague's chicken place, whether in a foot by sea, was made to wait 30 days, later extended to 40, in isolation for entering the city. The quarantine was a success. Yes, it worked. Ragusa passed a full 44 years without any instances of plague and shook off outbreaks that decimated the population of other regions. We're smarter than you are. We're smarter than you are. Oh, wait, you're all dead. Terrorist attack in Atlanta Olympics was this day, 1996. Another terrorist attack in America. Yippity fucking do. And this day, 1996, a pipe bomb exploded in Olympic Central Park, Atlanta, killing one person and injuring 111. The first terrorist attack in the Olympics since 72. In 2025, domestic terrorist Eric Rudolph pleaded guilty to attack of 3 others. He was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences. There's a movie made about Richard Jewell, the guy who discovered the bomb, and how everybody tried to pretend that he's the one that planted the bomb for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, until this asshole in 2025 pled guilty to it. This poor bastard, this poor guy who found the bomb and probably saved lives, was getting blamed for it. Ruined his life. At least Clint Eastwood made a movie about it, and to at least try to cover and
Give
get
him
this
some
guy
justice.
some credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood might be a right-wing idiot, but he set the record straight on that one. Watch the Richard Jewell movie. At least he deserves the hero that he fucking was, instead of just, oh my God, he must have planted it. He found the bomb. That's not how it works, man. The guy who planted the bomb wanted to kill people. He didn't want to tell everybody.
Among Us level logic right there.
Remember, 1996. This was in the
You found the body.
days.
You must have done the killing. Ah, yes, that's how that
earlier
works.
days. Don't forget the earlier days of Fox News competing with CNN. That's 24 hours news, where it became being first is all that mattered. Who cares about being right? We want to be first.
Yeah.
So Fox News
Not here to report
leading
the actual facts. Yeah.
And so CNN and Fox News are racing to get the story, getting it right. Who wants to get it right? We'll just get some stuff out there and it'll ruin this guy's life. The guy that saved everybody, okay? The guy that saved everybody. We're going to ruin his life. Unbelievable. You're lucky you didn't live through those times, because you were sitting on the radio with no internet having to listen to this shit.
Yeah.
Didn't he save everybody's life? And this poor guy, Richard Jewell, poor guy, I still know his name, because they tried to smear him 24/7, smearing Richard Jewell. What is his family doing? What did he do? Why did he do it? Why did he do what? He didn't do anything. He saved lives. Anyway, I'm on my tangent again. That's your event. Birthdays today. We're back to the French Revolution again. Everything's in France today. Charlotte Corday, a young Girondin conservative who assassinated the French revolutionary Jean-Paul Marat in 1793. She was born this day in 1768, so she was convicted and guillotined. She was an aristocrat, so, you know, it was all about killing the aristocrats, so she was just one of them. Other birthdays, we got birthdays today. Nobody really super famous, I guess. Let's see. Golfer Jordan Spieth, born in 1993. People, Hall of Famer Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod, formerly of J-Lo's. They used to be together, J-Lo and A-Rod. They used to what would they call themselves? J-Rod or something like that? I think they were called J-Rod. Anyway, his birthday, he's turning 51. Maya Rudolph, age 54, American comedian, actress, daughter of Minnie Riperton, born this day in 1972. She turned 54. Happy birthday to Maya Rudolph. Man, not a whole lot of... Comedian Bill Engvall, Here's Your Sign. That guy, he's turning 69. Musician Maureen McGovern had this song Morning After. She's turning 77. U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Hall of Fame figure skater Peggy Fleming. She's Paralympic Hall of Fame? I didn't know she was injured. Anyway, Peggy Fleming turned 78. Great figure skater. Bobby Gentry, who wrote Ballad of Billy Joel. Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. She's turning 84 today. Actor Jerry Van Dyke, who is no longer with us, brother of Dick Van Dyke. Born in 1931. TV producer Norman Lear, born in 1992. And that is everything. All the birthdays today. National Day calendar. It's only a couple of things. National New Jersey Day. So get rid of that old jersey and get a new one. Oh, no, we're talking about the state. The state of New Jersey. Yes. And National Love is Kind Day, National Creme Brulee Day. It's some kind of a fancy dessert with fruit and stuff in it, and creme, and a lot of French stuff today. National Scotch Day. That's not French, definitely. That's Scottish. National Korean War Veterans Armistice Day. Yes, the Korean War Armistice in the Panmunjom. This day we did in history, and that's everything. All the crap you want to know. All the limericks, the puns, and about to have some other shit happen here for Monday, July 27th, 2026 on Before Creme Brulee. That sounds good. I wish I could afford something. That looks like something you
can make it yourself.
$9 for
not that hard to make.
Is it? Yeah. I have to buy this stuff.
It's not expensive to make. That's all I'm saying. You just need milk and some sort of caramel sauce, you make that in the pot with some sugar.
Nice. Well, it's sugar. That's all that matters. Just shove some more of those carbohydrates in your pie hole. That's why it's called a pie hole, because you put pie in it.
Pie, exactly.
Yeah. Tell me where you're starting the video so I can get on board.
2:20, I believe, is when I'm starting it.
Oh, I'm almost there. Look at that.
Yeah. It's about where the video starts. He says something, and then and then I ended it. It doesn't matter where it ends. You'll know when it ends when you stop hearing it. My alliterations are.
What I do is I play my sound until they sync up, and I turn my sound off. Anyway.
Dubrovnik's death decimates daring do's.
Daring do's.
The first, I don't know. It's alliteration. It's
waiting for the soundboard to come up. There we go.
Assassinated assists. No, I can't think of it. That's not a good one.
Well, you only have to do one.
What about something for creme brulee? Basque, debatingly, brulee, baked, bottomless. There you go. Yeah, have a bottomless brulee. There you go. That sounds good.
You're only required to do one. You don't have to do one for everything.
Yes, give me all of the digestive problems I'll have later from eating all that brulee. A bottomless brulee.
Brulee. Ellis Brulee. Robert Brulee.
All right.
Brulee.
There are no international observances today, so I hope you enjoyed World Drowning Prevention on Saturday, along with International Day of Women and Girls of African Descent and International Day of Judicial Well-Being. So make sure your judges aren't being threatened by, a certain convicted criminal who just threatens the judges when he's, closing off their bank account so they can't make any purchases and canceling their credit cards because he's, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, protect the judges.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be a judge because they want to get threats. They just want to make decisions for stupid people. That's all. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stupid people that need guidance. And that's good.
This has been Allison here from the Netherlands as we start a new week, our last week of July, in which we will be continuing to tell you all the news. Tomorrow is Good Tuesday, in which we will cover all the good news you need to hear. So you have hope in humanity and also Roger from the East Coast of the US. I forgot to say that part. And,
the East Coast.
Thank you everyone with the East Coast. He's going to be eating all that creme brulee. We'll be seeing you tomorrow for that. Thank you everyone who's already following and subscribe. If you're not following Before Coffee Podcast on Twitch or Before Coffee Podcast on YouTube, please do that. The number goes up, makes us happy, and spreads our anti-AI news.
Subscribe even if you don't like us. Give us a rude comment. We love feeding back rude comments. We love talking about your mother. Go ahead. Give us a rude comment.
We're both professional trolls, so feel free to try to troll us back.
You cannot troll me. I'm untrollable. I am the troll. I am the walrus. I'm the walrus. That's it.
We will about back in it. Thank you to all our Before Coffee supporters on Patreon. And here is our mic drop moment.
Which is goofy as hell since they showed absolutely no fight during the match. But as soon as the final whistle came, all they wanted to do was fight. Go ahead, make that make sense.
Make it sore losers.
Look, Argentina.
Being sore losers.
Absolutely nothing for 120 minutes. Nothing except board.
I mean, I guess they played defense.
And then
they kick the ball to the other end all the time. Hey.
Where the hell was that fight for the 2 hours that you were boring the entire world to tears? We waited the entire time. Where was it?
Do it during one of the water breaks or something.
Absolutely nothing for all of regulation, all of extra
we lost.
time,
Now we're
but then all of a sudden you're ready to let
paying off the refs.
go
Just kidding.
Right after the
I have
game
no idea
ends.
if they're paying off the refs.
You don't even attempt a single shot on
I like the
all game long.
The Eagles player who got thrown out of the game before it started last year against the Cowboys. He just went and suddenly pushed the quarterback. Got thrown out of the game.
Have a name for that type of behavior here. It's called being a loser.
Loser.
Yeah.
That's what you are, Argentina. A bunch of losers. Give me the Scotty Farrell Alvi.
And
because
that's
what
exactly
those
what
players
they're
were.
literally losers. They
Even a
lost.
goat- Even a
They
goat
lost
so
the
great
match. They're
that he
losers.
just
That's,
stood
there's no
there
fact.
and watched his
Yeah.
teammates disgrace themselves. Their country
Exactly.
and
At
their
least he's
entire
not that
sport.
much of an idiot to just join in on
Yeah,
the fighting,
Messi's
right?
Their soccer.
Messi's like,
Messi's
what are these
Sport
people
you have there,
doing?
Soccer.
After
it's
40
funny, for a
million
lot of the
playing
game,
soccer.
I didn't know who was more embarrassing,
Shit.
Argentina or
Need to be
FIFA
canceled. I'll be
themselves.
sitting here on the and being sad, and that's all I'm gonna do.
Refused to
Okay.
even go up the field.
Still Messi.
Refused to even go up the field and attack. Apparently, already convinced that they were
The
going to
only
win the
player
game
you
on
have to watch in
penalties.
Argentina, Messi.
Man, how horrible would that have been?
Right?
And meanwhile,
Just
FIFA
make sure you know where
did
he
Thing,
is.
though.
That's about it.
to
Yeah,
help
right.
them
I mean,
get
that's the
there,
thing. You can get
including
you can't
taking
play
a
in 5 more
Spain
games
goal
or
off the
something.
board for seemingly no reason
It's
whatsoever.
just a game, boys and girls.
Why did
That's
that
all it is.
Nico
You don't
Williams
see the women
goal
doing this.
at the start of extra time not count?
I mean, women definitely get in fights,
nobody
but
knows.
not like this.
Oh, the
I guess
WNBA is full of
because
it. But yeah.
an Argentina dude went down like he took
Chippiness in the
sniper
WNBA.
fire
It's chippy.
and was screaming and
Soccer's
crying
nothing but chippiness.
and
It's
rolling
getting-
around.
Yeah,
on the
we
pitch
won the
like a
match. Wait, you
25-year-old.
know when you
So
win,
the
you're
ref
supposed to
decided
go.
not to
You're
give
supposed
the
to
goal
cry like
Spain.
us.
Once again.
No, right there is they took away that goal. Based
What a
on what?
beautiful game.
Nobody knows. I don't know. I don't know.
Thankfully.
Whatever.
And man, it started to get
knows?
sketchy, didn't it?
Offsides or
like
something.
The 15-minute mark, like.
Yeah, like I
holy
said,
Could be
paying
wrong.
off
This could
the
work.
refs.
This could work for Argentina. Thankfully.
And as
Spain
bad as the
managed to
NFL
score again
replay reviews
in a
are,
way
soccer,
that
it's
it
even
could
worse
not be
because you
overturned.
finally got a score and you took
Thankfully,
it off the
Spain
board.
saved
Oh
all
my
of
God.
us from watching Argentina steal the game in a penalty shootout after not even trying to score the entire game. Because that's the only thing that could have made that hideous
Still
game
going.
any worse. It's got to be one of the most embarrassing and pathetic ways to attempt.
I like he's
to win a
repeating his
championship
soccer
that I've
take
ever
from
seen.
1994. That's what he's
Even
doing.
Yeah.
That. In fact,
He doesn't
I
look
can't
that
even think of
old.
a
I know he doesn't look
comparison.
that old, but
I
he
can't
is
think of a
pretty
comp.
old. He's about
Like the
my age.
Falcons. The Falcons took
He probably
a
dyes his
big,
hair.
explosive
Yeah,
dump
for
in
sure.
their pants.
I've been listening
No
to
way, he
Rome
hasn't
since
started
he-
going gray
But
by
at
this
least they
point.
scored
I've been
four
listening to Rome
touchdowns
since he was on just
before
on
that.
local radio.
Also,
Sick.
he's wearing.
Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notify buttons, and follow our other channels, Toxic Alley, History of Gravy, and Scratchy Old Record.